So, I want to talk about my my new gear setup for a second here. I've gone to a hybrid between Alice and MOLLE setups. Still got the old LC harness, LC1. This is a Y. I actually prefer the H's, but this is an LCY. Old butt pack, and now I've gone to these are drop leg platforms. This is the combat drop leg platform, one on each side. I've got my canteen here, K-bar in the middle, which goes pretty nicely, and these are the large first aid MOLLE bags, or EMT MOLLE first aid EMT bags, and two on here, and I haven't decided what I'm gonna put here, if anything. And then I still have a couple old little compass pouches for miscellaneous things. And I put a little shovel here because they're cheap, and I'm getting sick of digging with my K-bar for food and stuff like that, roots and whatnot. And then the way that I have the butt pack on here now is different from the way that you're actually supposed to have it set up. You're supposed to have the Y hooks in. There's two grommets in the top of the butt pack for it. What happens is the top of the butt pack ends up here. Now that's been a constant problem for me since I started with this setup many years ago, because I like to have a modular top pack. Like my winter top pack has just insulation, nothing else. That way the essentials are always here. That way all my gear fits together. I don't have to ever wonder if I lost anything. As long as I have my LC, I know what I have. But that's not the actual main reason that I switched systems. I switched systems because I now as a survivalist, I like wilderness survival. It's my hobby, but I'm also, I believe in preparedness as well. I consider myself a true survivalist. So I'm thinking about all situations, and you got to be set up for everything as best you can, even though there's specific situations that require different gear. Anyways, the situation I'm in now is that I have a 1-year-old daughter. So I have to carry her around. One, because I want to bring her hiking in the woods, and I want her to, experience the things that I love, and she just loves it outside. She loves, the water, kicking her feet in the river, and I want to expose her to as much of that as I can, so that she finds a love and an attachment to nature like I do. But on the other hand, if I'm all set up with all my gear, if I gotta turn tail and run if something ever happens, some kind of local disaster, or God knows, war on our own turf or something like that, well, geez, I can't just leave my kid behind, can I? So now I need her and her supplies and everything too. So that changes things a bit. One, Daddy's got to rough it a little bit more, because I can't carry as much gear as I would want for myself in that situation. Granted, my truck is set up too, but there's times when cities will be locked up, bridges will be blocked. You won't be able to get. You'll have to. Foot is the only way you're gonna make it. So I'm always thinking about that. So the vehicle's all set up. If I've got the vehicle, whole nother situation. But if I've got to hit the ground and run, man, you better be set up to do so with your child. You can't just leave women and children behind. That's not going to be the reality. So you have to prepare for what the reality is going to be. So the reality of the situation for me is I'm going to have a kid on my back. So what I did is I went out and I bought one of those the Kelty FC 3.0s, which is like the best child carrier there is, and it has room for storage on the back and on the bottom as well. So I needed to have my stuff situated. The basic idea of this was to get my load down low. So I dropped it to my legs as best I could, drop the butt pack down to the belt level, and I can loosen these up even more and let them hunker down. But I've already been out hiking with her and all this stuff, and it actually works out pretty well. I've got it set up to where the waist of the carrier comes across like this and doesn't even interfere with the butt pack or any other pouches at all. The only problem is an existing problem that would always happen with my winter top pack too, is when you have double shoulder straps. So I got these shoulder straps, and then I've got the other ones on top of me with the load, and no matter what, as you're moving around, the weight just cinches down, and it really wears on your traps. But you can endure it. I have plenty of times, but I'm also thinking about ways to improve that. I'm gonna make my own custom straps that are much thinner and smaller, and distribute the weight a little bit better, and hopefully don't jam up with the Kelty straps as much. So anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, what I was thinking with my gear change. I don't just randomly try new stuff. Well, sometimes I do for fun, but for the most part, I have got a reason and a purpose for the design. Anyways, have a good one.